welcome out to Maple Mountain High School. We've got an in-town matchup today between Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork softball teams. It's a beautiful day down here. Go give you starting lineups while we have a moment for Maple Mountain. And if I mispronounce any of these names, you can blame the handwriting of the head coach. Mickey Mills is batting first, playing third base. Ellie Ashman in center field will hit second. Elena Ellis at second base in the 3 spot. Avery Reynolds is catching and cleaning up. Sydney Wilson is at shortstop, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Taylor Strasberg out in right field. Shondi Jacobson is the designated hitter in the 7 spot. In the 8 spot, Mackenzie Meekum playing first. And then Bailey Whitney hitting ninth, playing left field. Peyton Hunter will be your starting pitcher. Up first now for the Spanish Fork Dons will be Mallory Barber. She's playing over at second base today. Pitch 1 is strike 1. And that one sails over the head of the catcher. Again, on the mound today for Maple Mountain is Peyton Hunter. That one flies in for a ball as well. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mallory Barber. This one gets softly hit over to second base. Back to first. And that's out number 1 for Maple Mountain.
That's 1 out.
Now up for the Dons, Bailey Rudd, catching today. First 2 pitches both come in outside of the strike zone. Three balls and 1 strike. This gets pushed in the outfield, but it is taken care of out in center by Ellie Ashman, and that's 2 quick ones down for the Dons. Jordan Bate now at the plate. See if she can get some going with 2 outs for the Dons. This one gets grounded out to short. Picked up over to first, dug out of the ground. Excellent work there. Good defense behind the pitcher. Throwing strikes, getting contact, getting outs. 3 up and 3 down. We head to the bottom of the first, still scoreless. Want to thank our sponsors here while we have a moment. The Car Guys, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, State Farm Lance Wilson, Two Jacks Pizza, and SFCN Built for Speed. All fantastic local businesses who help us bring you these games. Leading off for Maple Mountain will be Mickey Mills, the third baseman. Look to get an early lead on the Dons. Cambry Hazel will step in and pitch for the Dons. Pitch number 1 comes in for a strike, so both starting pitchers starting off right. We'll see if Cambry can be as efficient as Peyton Hunter was and quickly get out of the inning and get her team back up to bat. Foul back and 2 quick strikes, but foul ball like that's a good sign. Usually means better seeing the ball pretty well and just missed it. That one comes in low. This one gets popped up into shallow right, flying in and picking it up for the Spanish Fork Dons is right fielder Peyton Sorensen. So nobody's reached base today. Ellie Ashman up. First lefty of the day, I believe. She sees a ball come across. Big swing and a miss there. 2 quick strikes once again, so consecutive, very friendly counts for Cambry Hazel. And there it is. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, gets the backwards K on Ellie Ashman. Elena Ellis will come to the plate.
Number 7, Elena Ellis.
Pitch 1, strike 1 once again. Another swing and a miss, so 5 consecutive strikes from Cambry Hazel, looking to get her second K of the inning. This one gets dribbled foul. Just a little ways down the third baseline. Fouled off once again. Not going down easy. Here's the 0-2 pitch once again. And he rings her up. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, and we're scoreless and hitless after one here at Maple Mountain High School. We'll be right back to bring you the second inning here on Spanish Fork 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to the softball fields here at Maple Mountain. We've got a scoreless game with the Dons back up. Pitch number 1 to Gabby Beckstrom, the shortstop for the Dons, is a strike. First inning we saw pitchers dominate, no hits. But this one gets popped up, grabbed at second base, and another quick out. We're cruising today.
For out number 1. Now batting for the Dons, number 21.
Now up number 21, first baseman Taylor Miller. Another first pitch strike from Peyton Hunter. This one gets punched right up the middle and into the outfield, and that's our first hit of the day, first base runner of the day. Should be held to a single, but Taylor Miller gets things going. Brooke Carter, left fielder, is going to come up and see if the Dons can get something going. Get the first upper hand of the game. Pitch 1 to Carter comes in low. Big swing and a miss there. 1-1 now. 1 on and 1 out. Top of the second inning. This one gets popped up once again to the second base center field area. Flying in to grab that after some miscommunication was center fielder Ellie Ashman. It's a good job of her to realize that the shortstop and second baseman weren't quite sure who was going to grab it. They also have the more difficult angle, but she was able to come in flying from fairly deep in center field and grab the second out of the inning. Now 2 outs with 1 runner still on first base. Kenzie Branch now at the plate. Peyton Hunter's first pitch from the circle is a ball. Pitch 2 gets grounded right past the shortstop and into the outfield. Miller will stop at second base, but now with 2 outs, the Dons are in business with runners at first and second. Cambry Hazel, the pitcher who had an excellent first inning, will come to the plate and try and help her own cause. All by it with 2 outs. Pitch 1, strike 1. I don't think she's thrown a ball to for a first pitch yet, and I think only a couple period. Been a pretty excellent outing thus far for the pitchers. That one comes in low and outside, 1-1. Strike 2. And a swing and a miss from Kenzie Branch for, from Cambry Hazel for strike 3. So a couple of base runners this time around, but still no runs for the Spanish Fork Dons, and they will head back to the field. Cambry Hazel will be back on the mound. Take a moment here to thank our sponsors once again. The Car Guys, they sponsor anytime we have a replay. MVP Sports, keep an eye out for our MVP Sports MVP of the game. Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And like a good neighbor, they assist with RBIs. We'll see if we can get one of those today. It's been all defense so far. 2 Jack's Pizza, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. And, of course, SFCN, built for speed. Leading off from the Golden Eels from Maple Mountain will be Avery Reynolds, catching today and hitting cleanup.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 34, Avery Reynolds.
First pitch fouled up and back. Just over the stands. Nice crowd today. Everybody local. It's a beautiful day to be out, not too hot. Wind is non-existent. This one gets fouled way back out near the batting cages on the first base side. So 2 quick strikes for Cambry Hazel once again. Here's the 0-2. Outside, and Reynolds lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And a big swing and a miss. There will be a play at first, and it's an out. So 3 consecutive strikeouts right now for Cambry Hazel. Big swing and a miss there from Reynolds, looking to try and get something going, as will Sydney Wilson, shortstop for the Golden Eagles. Pitch 1, high heat, and Wilson chases. I always like the first pitch swing. That seemed a little predetermined and gets a strike. This one gets popped straight up, right back to Hazel. And again, moving right along, 2 quick outs. Taylor Strasburg comes to the plate out in right field today. Again, a couple base runners for the Dons in this second inning, but Maple Mountain has been sat down their first 5 batters. And another big swing and a miss. That one a better looking pitch to swing at, but Strasburg not able to find it. Swing and a miss once again. She's just off of them. They're definitely strikes, definitely good pitches to swing at, but 0-2. That one high, and Strasburg lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on and 2 outs. In the bottom of the second inning here at Maple Mountain. That one gets rung up. 4th strikeout of the day. 2 per inning right now for Cambria Hazel. She's been cruising thus far. We'll see if either team can get on the board in the 3rd inning coming up next here on Spanish Fork 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Pitch 1 to Peyton Sorensen is a strike from Peyton Hunter. We come into the top of the 3rd scoreless. Another good-looking pitch there, and according to the scoreboard, it's 1-1. Now 1-2. That one is low, so now it should be 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one way over the head of the catcher. 2-2 now to Peyton Sorensen, playing out in right field today. This one gets smacked over the head of second baseman and into the outfield. And that is the first leadoff base runner of the day.
Now batting for the Dons, number 4, Mallory Barber.
We'll head to the back to the top of the lineup. Mallory Barber, who grounded out to second base her first time up. She has the benefit of a 9-hitter on. We'll try and execute her role as the leadoff hitter and get things rolling again for the Dons. They did have 2 singles back in the second inning. This one gets bunted, popped way up, but it's going to fall, and it just dies in a terrible spot. A throw down to second to see if they can grab the runner. No dice for that one, so an unexpected bunt that isn't really what you always want out of a bunt. Lands just right, and nothing the Golden Eagles could do about it. They gathered around it, and now we got runners at first and second with nobody out. Still scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. I want to thank you for joining us here on Spanish Fork 17. Remember, if you can't ever catch us on channel 17, you can always go to sfcn.org or youtube.com/sfcn17. Pitch number 1 is fouled back by Bailey Rudd. Bailey catching today, flew out to center during her first at bat.
This game is being played on 16 and 17.
Also want to welcome anyone watching on channel 16. Also, great, important channel. Generally Maple Mountain playing on channel 16 and Spanish Fork on 17. That one fouled. Again, just over the stands. Fans getting lucky over there. I call games for both teams on both channels, so no prejudice either way. 16 and 17, both fabulous channels. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 on. That one comes in outside. So 2-2 now to Bailey Rudd as Peyton Hunter's trying to get out of this one and keep it scoreless despite 2 early runners. And the Dawn is trying to get that first lead of the game. That one also high. Good eye from Bailey Rudd. You could tell, thought about it, but really saw exactly where it was coming. Sorensen on second, Barber on first. This one gets smacked right up the middle once again. Sorensen's gonna look to turn, but a fantastic throw home, and she's gonna have to hold up at third. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. Excellent throw by Ellie Ashman from center field. She's already been busy today. Coach is gonna go ahead and come out, have a chat with Peyton Hunter, giving up 3 consecutive hits here, and have her infield come in and discuss and know exactly where they want to go with the ball. Obviously, probably first option will be cutting the run off at home, but anything you can do to get outs at this point. When we return to action, Jordan Bate will be up, grounded out to third base during her first at bat back in the first inning. Hunter steps back in. Pitch number 1, bloops right in the outfield, down, over, and left. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Play at third, but she is safe, and a 2-run double. Excellent piece of hitting there from Jordan Bate, and the Spanish Fork Dons jump out to a 2-0 lead and now have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Check right here, we got the Car Guys replay. You can see that this one just drops in a dead area. No one able to get there on time, and 2 runs come across. Pitch number 1 to Gabby Beckstrom comes in high. Gabby popped out to second base her first time up, and she sees 2 balls come across. Still nobody out. Top of the third. This one gets smacked again right through the infield. 1 run will score, and then they will have to hold the runner back at third. Now she will come on an errant throw and score, so the base is clear. And then on the parade of throws, Beckstrom is able to get all the way to third base. So 2 more runs come across, and runner on third now, still no outs. Now Taylor Miller, who already has 1 hit today, she hit a single back in the second inning. She'll look to bring Beckstrom home and bring across the 5th run of the inning. Strike 1 there from Peyton Hunter. This one is popped up into foul territory, and no one's going to get there. Left fielder, shortstop, and third baseman all converge on it, looking to get that first out, but nothing doing yet. No balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. Top of the third. And there it is, strike number 3. First strikeout of the game for Peyton Hunter.
Now batting for Spanish Fork, number 15, Brooke Carter.
So Beckstrom still at third after she had that 2 jacks double and ended up on third after a throw home, attempting to get her teammate Jordan Bate out. Jordan Bate also with a 2 jack double. Each of them with a pair of RBIs, and you've got a 4-0 score right now in favor of the Dons. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 on and 1 out. This one gets grounded past the pitcher, over to second, looks home, comes to first, and they call her out.
Now batting for Spanish Fork.
She will be safe. She was headed back to the dugout, a little confused there, but the runner doesn't come home, so they'll look back.
Yes, number 3, Kenzie Branch.
Well, now she is going to the dugout. Well, we'll call it an out. So, on the ground ball, the runner gets looked back, is not able to come across, so still just 4 runs on the board, and then the out is first. She looked safe, and she kind of went back and forth, so not sure quite what happened. They're still not showing the second out on the scoreboard, but the players returned to the dugout, so go ahead and call it 2 outs. Now there's no balls and 1 strike to Kenzie Branch, who also singled back in the second inning. Here's the 1-1. This one gets smacked with power right between left and center field. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. The run will score. Runner is at second, where she will hold as the ball comes back in, and that's the third 2 jacks double of the inning, and the 5th Lance Wilson State Farm great RBI of the inning, as the Dons have been putting it on the Golden Eagles so far here in the 3rd inning. Gamber Hazel now up. Been dominant so far. She grounds this one right back to her counterpart over to first, and she will be out. So that's the end of the inning, but 5 runs come across for the Spanish Fork Dons.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to Maple Mountain High School. We have a matchup between the Dons and the Golden Eagles. Pitch one to Jacobson is a ball. It's first pitch ball, I believe, from Cambry Hazel. She's been perfect so far. 4 strikeouts and 6 up and 6 down. This one gets popped up foul, so 1 ball and 1 strike now to Jacobson. Maple Mountain now must get to work after a couple of scoreless innings in the top of the third. The Dons put 5 on the board with 5 hits in the inning. Ball 2. This one gets fouled back, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacobson looking for, again, the first hit, first base runner, or anything today for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. That one grounded foul. Staying alive is Jacobson. That one bounces a few feet in front of the plate. So full count now. This one gets smacked into the outfield. If it stays fair, it's going to be good. And it is going to land just foul. That could have been trouble for the Dons. But we will return to the plate with a 3-2 count. And a big swing and a miss for the 5th strikeout of the game for Cambry Hazel, and Jacobson goes down after quite the battle. Now Mackenzie Meekum, first baseman for Maple Mountain, gets her first crack at the plate. Checking on that swing, and umpire down at first says she is good. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. That one comes in high and inside. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a big swing and a miss once again. That one, it just seemed wasn't able to read the speed as the ball came in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one just fouled back, staying alive and trying to avoid being that 6th strikeout of the game. It's Meekum. And that one comes just a little bit inside. Looked pretty good, but we have back-to-back full counts now. And a swing and a miss. Swinging a little too early is Meekum, and that's back-to-back strikeouts on full counts for Cambry Hazel. That's strikeout number 6 right now, rolling at 2 per inning. Good job so far of mixing up speeds for Cambry. This one gets hit out into the outfield, and that's hit number 1 for the Golden Eagles. It's picked up and brought back in. Going to have to hold at first is Bailey Whitney, the 9-hole hitter, with the first knock of the day for the Golden Eagles.
Now batting number 17, Mickey Mills.
Mickey Mills now up. Back in the first inning, she made good contact and flew out to right field. So maybe another person who has a little bit of a beat on Cambry Hazel, who's been dominant thus far. See if she can move that runner over. Pitch one comes in low. So 1 runner on, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. A 5-0 lead right now for the Dons in the bottom of the third. This one gets grounded right over to short. She'll go the long way to first and get the out. So 1 runner finally gets on for the Golden Eagles, but no runs come of it. Another pair of strikeouts. We'll be right back for the 4th inning here on Spanish Fork 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back once again to Maple Mountain High School. We're out at the softball fields with a matchup between the Dons and the Golden Eagles. And thus far, the in-town battle is being won by the Spanish Fork Dons 5-0. There's pitch number 1 to Peyton Sorensen. Sorensen led off the second inning with a single, the third inning, and that was the beginning of the destruction from the Dons, who were from there able to put together 4 more hits and put up 5 runs. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Peyton. That's ball number 2, so 2-2. Peyton Hunter in the pitching circle, looking to cruise like she did through the first couple of innings after trouble last half inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Seen a lot of full counts. Here's the payoff pitch. This one is popped up and handled by the first baseman, and that's going to be out number 1. Scared me. It was headed right for our announcing table. It kind of got caught up, had some wind, and of course an odd spin sometimes on the flight of a softball. But I am 100% unprepared for that ball to hit me in the face. Now up, second baseman Mallory Barber. Grounded out to second her first time up, and this time she rocks it way down the third baseline and foul. Her last time up, however, she set down a bunt that maybe not have been ideal, hung in the air for a long time, but nobody from the infield able to pick it out of the air, and it landed and just kind of died, and by then she was already at first base. And at that point, the Dons had runners at first and second. So again, part of the catalyst that brought home all of those RBIs. Showing bunt again. Nothing going there. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Nobody on, 1 out. Dons looking to add to a lead. Maple Mountain looking to take care of things on defense so they can get back up and start chipping away at this 5-run lead. Fouled back now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul back once again, battling. Here's the 2-2 again. This one is popped up, and it's going to be just out of play on the third base side, so a lot of foul balls already. Sometimes that means a swing and a miss is imminent. Sometimes it means that the hitter has a beat on that pitch and is just a little bit off. So see if Barber can punch this one in. Well, Peyton Hunter probably wants to get the punch out. This one is fouled back. Just misses the SFCN 17 van. As long as it doesn't hit the windshield, part of me roots for the van to get hit. Keep our director, Reg, awake in there. I think sometimes the warm days in the hot van gets him a little sleepy. Got to scare him a little bit. So 2-2 once again. 3 consecutive foul balls for Barber. And make it 4. Gets this one straight back. Really making Peyton Hunter work for it. And a swing and a miss. Some a little off speed there from Peyton Hunter. And early on the swing is Mallory Barber. And that's the 2nd strikeout of the day for Peyton Hunter. She'll try and complete the 3-up, 3-down right here with Bailey Rudd headed to the plate. She flew out to center in the first. In the third, had a single, the 3rd consecutive single. Would be one of those 5 runs to come across. There's a chant for most players, but I really like Rudd's. It's B Rudd in a really low register and then B Rudd in a very high register. I think I would find that very encouraging at the plate. It's like a walk-up song, but better because it goes throughout your whole at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for the Dons, who put up 5 last inning. Looking to add to that. Softball, like soccer, the fans, and in this case the team, there's constant cheering. This one gets sent out into center field, and it's going to drop too shallow. And that'll be another hit for the Dons with 2 outs. Bailey Rudd with singles in back-to-back innings. Now Jordan Bates, who got the scoring started after the first inning where she grounded out to third in the 3rd inning, had a 2-run double. Hit that one out to left field. And it looks like Bailey Rudd will have a courtesy runner come in for her as she's catching. Go get her gear prepared now with 2 outs. So 1 on, 2 outs, 5-0 lead for the Spanish Fork Dons. Jordan Bate at the plate. That one soars out foul once again. A lot of foul balls getting here on Peyton Hunter, but eventually for Barber that turned into a strikeout, but Bailey Rudd able to make contact early and get herself a hit. This one gets punched, lands in the infield, over to short, to first. Calling her safe. Now at third is Bailey Rudd, very aware to see that throw is going to first, and with 2 outs, you got nothing to lose. If it's an out at first, you can just run all the way to the dugout. But she lands herself on third, taking advantage. It was a close play. We are right here at first base, and thus far, I've approved of most of the umpires' calls. There was definitely a missed call once, but everything else has been pretty bang-bang. Good throw from short, but an odd roll. An odd bounce and a difficult play to make. So runners now at the corners with 2 outs for the Dons. We're trying to get a little bit of 2-out magic. This one gets popped straight up and over and out. Just lifts over the backstop. So Gabby Beckstrom, who also had a 2-run double back in the 3rd inning. She also advanced to third as they tried to throw the runner out at the plate. She was able to move on over, so almost a triple T, heating, cooling, and plumbing triple. And she gets this one right back over the board, and where all the fans are hanging out. So no balls and 2 strikes here on Gabby Beckstrom. Runners at the corners with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. That one comes in low. Runner advances. Wanted to check to see if that swing went around in. Looked like it did, and that is confirmed by the umpire, who's currently positioned between third and short. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one high and inside on Beckstrom. Her first at bat in the 2nd inning. She popped out to second base. The 2-2. And she is rung up for the final out of the inning. So despite 2 base runners, Dons come up empty, but they still have a 5-run lead. Maple Mountain's going to come up in the bottom of the 4th and hope to grab a couple of those runs back. Let's thank our sponsors. Well, we have a moment here between innings today. Seeing all those replays of the great State Farm Lance Wilson, great RBIs, courtesy of the Car Guys, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, sporting goods for all seasons, 2 Jack's Pizza, and of course SFCN, built for speed. So a lot of production thus far from the Dons, but it's been spread throughout the lineup. But keep an eye out for your MVP Sports MVP of the game. MVP Sports is your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. You can find them at 72 North Main Street in Spanish Fork or at MVPSportsUtah.com. And they do more than sports. They have silk screening services for t-shirts, sweatshirts, caps, totes bags, duffel bags, work attire, and more. You can do custom design, stuff for family reunions, whatever you need. You have those custom screen printing needs taken care of at MVP Sports. A valuable part of the community, sponsoring a valuable part of the game. So Maple Mountain comes back to the plate. They got their first hit of the game last inning, courtesy of Bailey Whitney. Now coming to the plate is Ellie Ashman, who's been playing excellent in the outfield. On defense, she struck out looking back in the 1st inning. This is just her 2nd at bat. As we kick off the bottom of the 4th inning, Cambry Hazel, who's been cruising, still in the pitching circle. And there's a bunt right back to Cambry. She nails the throw, and that's a quick out. I don't know if Ellie thought she was kind of catching him off guard, but a lot of mustard off of that bunt comes right back to the pitcher, and she's able to pick it up, and the base gets covered excellently by the 2nd baseman because the 1st baseman was charging on the bunt. So good communication on the defensive side from the Spanish Fork Dons. 1 up and 1 down. Now Elena Ellis up. This one is fouled back and just kind of went real high and went over that backstop, lands in the stands. Elena also struck out looking, so not a pretty end to the first inning with back-to-back hitters getting sat down looking by Cambria Hazel, but see if they come out swinging. No balls, 1 strike, nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, down 5-0. This one gets smacked right over to second, back to first, and 3 pitches, 2 outs on ground outs for Cambria Hazel.
Now batting for the Lady Eagles, number 34, Avery Reynolds. 2 outs.
Avery Reynolds now up. She struck out swinging to lead off the second inning for the Golden Eagles. She'll see if she can make some magic happen now with 2 outs. Again, you don't need a huge inning, and thus far, maybe their second time around, they're getting a better look at Cambria Hazel, and that one's fouled back, but want to see if you can get something down because they were missing something everybody up their first time, not able to get a beat on the pitcher who's been cruising. But if you're Maple Mountain, if you can get a couple runs here, a couple runs next inning, that's the way to do it. You don't need to get all 5 at once. And that comes in high, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-1 to Avery Reynolds. Swing and a miss. Not able to find that one on the higher and harder side. The 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this one comes in, able to punch it out into the outfield. Cruises into left field, and she's going to dig for second. There's going to be a play, and she's going to be out. That's the final out of the inning, trying to stretch a single into a double. Kind of landed in a shallow but difficult spot to get to. But no dice, no runs come across in that one for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. We head to the 5th inning, 5-0 Dons. We'll be right back here on Spanish Fork 16 and 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Taylor Miller now at the plate for the Spanish Fork Dons. She had a single back in the second, and in the third had a strikeout for the first inning, or for the first out of the inning in the third. Here's the 1-0. This one gets smacked right up the middle. Grounded by the shortstop. Picked up over at first. Nice bang-bang play from the Golden Eagles infield, and that's 1 up and 1 down.
Now batting for the Lady Dons, number 15, Brooke Carter.
Brooke Carter, left fielder, now up. She's 0 for 2 today with a fly out to center field and a ground out to second base. Peyton Hunter still in the pitching circle for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Really been excellent, other than there's that torrid run of 5 hits, and she's had a few other base runners, but really done well with the traffic. This one gets punched down the right field line. It's going to be held to a single. Nice piece of hitting there on a first pitch. Gets it just down the line. Doesn't get the roll or anything too deep, but a nice piece of hitting there for her first time on base, Brooke Carter. Kenzie Branch now up. She's got a single and a double. She owns that 5th RBI for the Dons. Pitch 1 is strike 1. So 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. This one gets popped out to a difficult spot in the outfield. It's going to go ahead and land between the second baseman and the left fielder. Runners hold at first and second, but with 1 out, the Dons with a pair of base runners. That one just, again, a little too far out of the outfield for an infielder to reach it, and a difficult catch to make, and outfielder out and left playing pretty deep, not able to come in and grab it. A little confusion on the pickup, but runner still had to hold at second. This one gets punched on sort of a check swing down the third base line. Cambry Hazel, who's struck out and grounded out to the pitcher today, but done excellent on the defensive side, has one that just hits the end of the backstop. Foul down the first base side, so 2 quick strikes. With 2 on and 1 out in the top of the 5th. This one right up the middle to the shortstop, over to the third for the force, and that's the only out that they'll get, but stop that run from scoring, and now runners at first and second with 2 outs. Peyton Sorensen stepping in to the batter's box. She's got a single and a pop out today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a black Volkswagen and a silver Toyota that are parked in front of the driver's ed gate. Unless you want that vehicle towed, please move that vehicle or said vehicles immediately.
So
Again, they are parked in front.
I want to thank you again for joining us here on Spanish Fork 16 or 17, wherever your loyalties lie. We appreciate you tuning in to the Spanish Fork Community Network. Remember, if you're not home at any time and you want to catch a game or a city council meeting, you can also see us on youtube.com/sfcn17 or at sfcn17.org. Or just sfcn.org, sorry. But always a live stream up there. Excellent way, no matter where you are. As long as you have internet access, you have access to Spanish Fork Community Network. That one high, 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Peyton Sorensen. 2 on and 2 out. The scoreboard shows 1 out, but I'm pretty sure we've seen 2 outs now. This one gets punched into the center of the infield, and there's a miscommunication. The bases are going to be loaded. Nobody able to score, but that one goes just out of the reach of Peyton Hunter, and nobody from the inside of the infield called her off as the shortstop and the second baseman flew in. That's really their responsibility. You don't want your pitcher taking care of that. Even though she's not coming off of a mound, she's going backwards, and that was just out of her reach, and nobody called for it, and it was kind of in that dead spot of the infield, a little bit of a slow reaction on not too high of a pop-up, and now bases are loaded with 2 outs, and Mallory Barber at the plate. Barber is grounded out to second, bunted her way onto first, and struck out today. Still looking for her second hit. 1 for 3 officially. Punches this one out in the outfield. Fielder camps under it and grabs it, and that's out number 3. So out of a bases loaded jam gets Peyton Hunter here in the top of the 5th. Excellent defense coming together after a couple of miscommunications and mistakes. Nobody comes across. Good work there, and now the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles got to get back on offense and get something rolling. Again, want to thank our sponsors for helping us be here. You can see us anywhere, anytime. Thanks to the car guys, State Farm, Lance Wilson, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, sporting goods for all seasons, 2 Jack's Pizza, and SFCN, built for speed. This game has moved at a pretty good pace. Normally, 2 Jack's Pizza sounds really good in the 3rd inning, and it took all the way to the 5th inning today. But 2 Jack's Pizza, always an excellent way to go, and all 5 RBIs today coming on 2 Jack's doubles. You can find 2 Jack's Pizza at 30 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. They also have a website, 2jackpizza.com. Lots of great options. So 5-0. Peyton Hunter has been, Cambria Hazel's been excellent today and also had a lead that's probably kept her at ease on the mound. Just allowed 1 hit. Technically last inning she allowed a 2nd hit, but the runner tried to stretch a single into a double. It will count as a single officially, but an out at second base. Good job there by the defense. Not allowing a runner in a scoring position, but the Golden Eagles being aggressive because they've got to get themselves on the board. What's that? Pitch 1, strike 1. That one comes in high. Sydney Wilson at the plate during her lone at bat today. She popped out to Cambria Hazel. This one gets hit out in the outfield. Down, it's going to drop in center field. Wilson with the 3rd hit of the day for Maple Mountain. She will stop at first, but first leadoff runner of the day for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, trying to get a couple runs back. I told you there have been a lot of foul balls today, and there definitely have. A lot of them flying out over that 3rd base side, which goes into a driver's ed course, and there's some young, spry people learning to operate cars, and they're getting a new obstacle. We've had a lot of hail in Utah lately, so a softball flying at you is just good practice for tough weather. Just good driver's education right there. Pitch 1 was strike 1. Number 2 gets bunted out in the air. It's caught. An excellent awareness from Sydney Wilson to get back, because Cambria Hazel catches that one and could have easily turned that into a double play, as that bunt just goes straight up.
Now batting, number 26, Shandy Jacobson.
Shandy Jacobson now at the plate. She struck out back in the 3rd inning, but she made Hazel work for it, had a full count and a couple of foul balls. Strike 1 once again. Again, Cambria Hazel's been mixing up speeds and doing an excellent job of getting strikes on those first pitches, most of them fastballs. Would be surprised if Golden Eagles don't start just taking a gander at those. Swing and a miss on pitch 2. And of course, after I say all of those things, that pitch 1 was actually a foul. The umpire has an odd hand motion, or sorry, was a ball. The umpire has an odd hand motion where he goes up, and sometimes it looks like a strike, but I was wrong. Looked like a good pitch, so 1-1. Now that one flies almost over the head of the catcher. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, now the scoreboard's just confusing me. It says 1 ball and 2 strikes, so we'll see what happens. That one comes in for a strike and the punch out. So that first one was a strike. I wasn't wrong the entire time. That feels pretty good. And that is the 7th strikeout of the game for Cambria Hazel. Still a runner at first for the Golden Eagles, trying to get on the scoreboard. But 2 down now with Mackenzie Meekum at the plate. She also struck out in her lone at bat. And the throw back to try and beat the runner who had snuck off of first. The throw's on time, but the tag sweeps in late. And a good job, Sydney Wilson able to sneak her hand back in there and remain safe, not be that last out on a base running error. Swing and a miss from Meekum. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Golden Eagles down 5-0. And this one, a low swing comes into center field, and that's a second hit of the inning for the Golden Eagles. Nice line drive, just kind of choked up, got down, got a good bat on ball out into center field. So now Bailey Whitney, who has one of the other hits for the Golden Eagles, will come to the plate, see if she can get a timely knock here, get the first Lance Wilson State Farm great RBI of the game for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. She takes a big swing and a miss. Said they should swing at that first pitch, and that one has worked a couple times. The high heat coming in from Cambria Hazel. Another swing and a miss, and that one not necessarily off speed, but a little bit more in the strike zone and a little less heat on it, and Whitney just couldn't find it. Last inning, by the way, was in the fourth was the first time Cambria Hazel didn't have 2 strikeouts in an inning, and this one gets popped up and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Golden Eagles trying to look for some magic. That one high and inside. First ball of the at bat, 1-2 now. I'm not sure what the softball equivalent of a rally cap is, but that's what the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles looking to do here. That one fouled back once again. Here's another 1-2 pitch. This one gets smacked out into the outfield. It's deep. Outfielder does not get there. 1 run will score. 2nd run is going to fly home. The runner's trying to head to 3rd for a triple T heating, cooling, and plumbing triple, and she's in. Safe, close play there, but 2 runs come, and all of a sudden it's just a 3-run game with a fantastic 2-out triple from Bailey Whitney.
Now batting for the Lady Eagles, number 17, Mickey Mills.
Mickey Mills coming to the plate. She's got a runner on 3rd with 2 outs. See if she can continue the late inning 2-out magic against Cambria Hazel, to until now looked pretty invincible. And pitch 1 comes in for a ball. Mills today has flown out to right and grounded out to 3rd. Mickey Mills is a fantastic softball name, by the way. This one just gets fouled up and back, so now 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a strike, so 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now it's time to try and stay alive for Mickey Mills. She's got Bailey Whitney over at 3rd, and this one gets rocketed out in the outfield. An outfielder just tips it off of the glove. Another run will score. It'll be held to a single, but a clutch piece of hitting from Mickey Mills, and now it's just a 2-run game.
For the Lady Eagles, number 4, Ellie Ashman.
Thanks for the car, guys, for that excellent replay. You can see it just tips off of the front of that glove. A good job tracking it, but not quite there in time. A great gap piece of hitting from Mickey Mills. Ends up at first base. Another run scores, and all with 2 outs. The runs are coming across for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
Number 14 now batting, Madeline Argyle.
Madeline Argyle stepping in now for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. She's going to pinch hit for Ellie Ashman. Ellie struck out looking and grounded out on a bunt to the pitcher. Okay, the scoreboard showing 2 runs, so I'm just trying to confirm with everyone that I believe 3 runs came across in that inning. Or so far here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on first, and a swing and a miss for strike 2 on Madeline Argyle. First at bat of the day for Madeline. So 1 on, 2 out, 5-3. Here's the 0-2, and a big swing and a miss. Ball gets away. She'll try and get down to first, and she's out at first, and that ends the bottom of the 5th for the Golden Eagles, but they get 3 runs back. We'll head to the 6th inning with a lot more of a game here. 5-3, the Dons lead on Spanish Forks 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to SFCN 16 and 17. We've got a game now after the Spanish Fork Dons jumped to a 5-0 lead in the 3rd and seemed to have a little bit of a stranglehold on this game. All of a sudden, the bats came alive for the Golden Eagles and scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch 1 is a ball from Peyton Hunter, who's now got to keep it close since her team just has a couple runs to make up. Consecutive balls to start the at-bat. Bailey Rudd, who's got a fly out to center and 2 singles today, looking for her 3rd hit. She's leading off. And she pops this one up, and it's going to be grabbed by the second baseman. Looked like it might bloop down, but it's taken care of by Ellis. 1 up and 1 down.
Now batting for the Lady Dons, number 2, Jordan Bate.
Jordan Bate smacks this one, out into left field, and it is right in and out of the glove, and she'll end up on second with a Two Jacks double. So that one, it was taken a little bit by the wind, hard to track, not too much flight on it. It was fairly line drive-esque, as you can see there, and just comes out of the glove. So now a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the Dons. And Gabby Beckstrom at the plate. Strike 1 there to Gabby. She's got a she's flown out to second, has a 2 RBI double and a strikeout. Comes forward looking at the bunt. It's high. There's a strike to Beckstrom. After a couple innings of comfort, Don's now looking to add another safety run. Currently just a 2-run lead. That one's in the dirt. Two and two. And this one gets smacked right at some fans down the third base side. They thought they were safe, and that one just curved right between a couple of chairs. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the 6th inning with a runner on second and 1 out. And this one fouled up and back. Beckstrom staying alive. On deck is Taylor Miller. Comes in outside, and we've got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out.
Full count, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's the payoff pitch. And it's a ball. Runners now on first and second with 1 out. Not a lot of walks today for all the pitches we've seen and all the base runners we've seen. Taylor Miller singled back in the second, struck out in the third, and grounded out to shortstop in the 6th. And then she gives this one a ride out into center field. It's camped under and grabbed. Runner at second will tag, and runner at first will tag. No play at either base, so now runners in scoring position with 2 outs for the Spanish Fork Dons.
Now batting for Lady Dons, number 15, Brooke Carter.
It's been a busy day in the outfield, but a good job by Maple Mountain outfielders. There was one mistake that has a runner now on third, but with 2 outs, see if Peyton Hunter can get out of it. Last inning, got out of a bases loaded jam. This one's popped up. Looks like it's going to stay playable, and nobody is able to get to it.
Foul ball.
So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs with 2 on in the top of the 6th inning. Brooke Carter now at the plate. Flown out to center and grounded out to second, then had a single last inning. This one punched right up the middle. That's going to land for a hit. Run 1 will score. 2 runs will score, and the lead increases back up for the Spanish Fork Dons. It's 7-3. That's a 2-out single for Brooke Carter. Now at the plate, Kenzie Branch. She's 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. Has an RBI on 1 of those. So it's been a stellar day for Kenzie. And let's see if she can keep this inning alive. Don's getting 2 runs with 2 outs. smacked right to shortstop, and it just not able to handle it and pick it up. Reaches again, and it bounces off of the base. So the 4th single of the day for Kenzie Branch, and now runners at first and second. The Dons threatening once again after Maple Mountain gets a couple runs back. Dons grabbing some insurance. Cambry Hazel, who despite those 3 runs, really still been excellent all day from the pitching circle. But nothing doing at the plate so far. She's got 2 ground outs and a strikeout. One of those ground outs, she did end up on first because there was a force out at second. This one grounds over to short to first, and she is safe at first. So the bases are now loaded for the Dons. A very difficult throw from third to first on a slowly hit ground ball, and Cambry beats it out at first. So 3 consecutive singles. The first one scored 2 runs, the other 2 advancing runners, and now the bases loaded with 2 outs. We saw this happen last inning, and Peyton Hunter was able to get out of it. Looks like there could be a pitching change. Or, no, coach is not out there to talk to Peyton Hunter. She's there to argue the call. Not too happy with the safe look. And we'll get a courtesy runner for Cambry Hazel over at first. So now 7-3, the Dons lead, and threatening to add to that lead with the bases loaded with but 2 outs for Peyton Hunter and the Golden Eagles. Try and get out of here with limited damage and do what they did last inning and get some of these runs back on the offensive side. Umpire giving the courtesy runner information and explanation to Maple Mountain coaches. This one is fouled up and back, straight back almost. So no balls, 1 strike to Peyton Sorensen. Peyton has 2 singles and a pop out today. That one's high, 1-1 now with bases juiced and 2 outs. A bunt comes down, runner's gonna come home and cannot pick up that bunt ground ball. Runner is safe at first and everybody's safe. Bases remain loaded and 1 comes across on the suicide squeeze that wasn't so suicidal from, it looks like there was a batter change. I apologize, we'll get that name for you, but check out this Car Guys UT replay. Just a very difficult bunt to handle. No throw to first, run comes across. Don't have a full roster for Spanish Fork. See if I can find out who that pinch hitter was. And as the runs continue to come across, the lead grows to 8-3, and there will be a meeting in the pitching circle for Maple Mountain. So Mallory Barber, the leadoff hitter, returns to the plate. She's got a ground out, a bunt single, and a strikeout. Pitch one is strike one. So the lead was 5-0. Maple Mountain brought it back within 2, but then Spanish Fork, all with 2 outs, able to put together another big inning and grow that lead back to 5, and the bases are loaded. That one's inside, 1-1 now to Mallory Barber. The 1-1. High. This one is fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the top of the 6th. It's been a long half inning as the Dons have continued to manufacture things. 4 consecutive singles after a double, a walk, and then 2 groundouts. This one is fouled back once again. Smith looks like the runner at first base. Came in for Peyton Sorensen. Fouled back once again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 once again. Swing and a miss for out number 3. And after a couple more runs come across, Peyton Hunter able to get the strikeout of Mallory Barber to end the inning. We now go to the bottom of the 6th, where once again the Golden Eagles have a 5-run deficit to try and overcome. They were able to pack a few runs in on Cambria Hazel last inning, even though she's been really stellar through the vast majority of the first 5 innings. Want to thank our sponsors once again as we have a moment between innings. The Car Guys, you saw excellent runs come across the plate and got to see them once again thanks to the Car Guys replay. State Farm Lance Wilson, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, sporting goods for all seasons, 2 Jack's Pizza, and of course SFCN, built for speed. Again, look out once again for that MVP Sports MVP of the game. A lot of people being very productive for the Dons, and if Maple Mountain continues to make a comeback, also see a valuable player come across and from them, and they've got 2 more chances to try and put runs on the board. But Cambria Hazel at the plate's been pretty spectacular. She's got 8 strikeouts today. The final countdown, which is a nice pump-up song, but also a little, I don't know, negative. The final like we're counting down to the end. But nice music to come across the speakers. See if we can get the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles pumped up. Here we go, bottom of the 6th. Dons lead 8-3. Pitch one is fouled back just over the Maple Mountain dugout. Elena Ellis leading off the inning. She's struck out looking and grounded out to second base. Still looking to get on for the first time today. This one is grounded over to short, and to play at first, she gets her just by a half a step. Excellent throw, and that's 1 up and 1 down for the Golden Eagles. Avery Reynolds now headed to the plate. She struck out, and then last time up she had a single but tried to stretch it into a double and got thrown out at second base. Fouls this one up, over, and back. Every time there's a foul ball, of course, Maple Mountain has to send a player out of the dugout to go grab it, and they've been very busy today. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And that comes in high. Both starting pitchers still in the game. One ball, 2 strikes. Cambry Hazel also able to get on base for the first time last inning, bring in a run. This one gets smacked right over second base and into the gap between right and center. It'll be a single for Avery Reynolds. So Maple Mountain trying to get themselves back in business with a runner at first. Sydney Wilson coming up. She does have a single today. Swing and a miss on pitch number 1. A little low one inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now to Sydney Wilson. Popped out to the pitcher in the 2nd and singled in that big 5th inning. This one flies deep and past the left fielder. Runner's going to come all the way home from first. Wilson will stop at second with a 2 Jacks RBI double. So Sydney Wilson with a 1-out double will now hang out in scoring position with a Maple Mountain has a 4-run deficit now to overcome. Coming to the plate should be Taylor Strasburg, unless there's a change. She struck out and popped out today. Coach comes out for Spanish Fork with some stern words. He's saying, hey, we got a lead. We know what to do. Let's take care of business and get out of here with a victory. Some words of encouragement for Cambry Hazel, who's really been excellent today. After the 3rd time around, Maple Mountain finally able to find some hits against her, and now she's got to be the one to adjust and see if she can get out of here without any more damage.
Taylor Strasburg.
Swing and a miss on some high heat. A little extra oomph on the first pitch after the visit from coach to the pitching circle from Cambry Hazel. Low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Maple Mountain down by 4. A hit here probably brings them back within 3, but business to take care of. That one also called low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one gets smacked foul and hits the front of the SFCN production van. About time. One of our production assistants sitting right there. Looks like he's having some heart palpitations in the front seat. It's just a softball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 1 on and 1 out. Sorry, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout for Cambria Hazel, who comes back strong after giving up consecutive hits.
Number 26, Shandy Jacobson.
That was 9th strikeout of the day for Cambria Hazel. Pretty impressive performance. Shandy Jacobson is up. Big swing and a miss on just way off of the speed of the pitch. Shandy Jacobson has 2 of those 9 strikeouts. 1 time swinging, 1 time looking. So 2 outs, runner at second, 0-1 pitch, bottom of the 6th. This one gets smacked up and back over the backstop, foul.
Foul ball.
So no balls, 2 strikes. 8-4. Don's lead. This one gets smacked with a lot of air under it into the outfield. It'll be grabbed in center field for out number 3. So another run comes across for Maple Mountain, but they still trail by 4 as we head into the 7th inning. We'll be right back here on Spanish Fork 16 and 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to Maple Mountain High School. We're in the 7th inning, looking at the end of this one between Spanish Fork and Maple Mountain. 8-4, the Dons currently lead. They're up to bat. They'll be led off by Rudd, who's got a fly out to center, 2 singles, and a pop out to second base today. She smacks this one up, and it's going to be picked up on the pop out at second base. Deja vu from last inning. So 1 up and 1 down. Peyton Hunter still in the pitching circle for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
Number 2, Jordan Bate.
Jordan Bate now comes to plate. She's got 2 doubles and a single, as well as a ground out way back in the 1st inning. And pitch 1, strike 1 to Jordan Bate. That one comes in low. 1 ball and 1 strike now with 1 out, nobody on. Another low 1. Two balls, 1 strike. Base is clear with 1 out in the top of the 7th. This one gets smacked between first and second in the outfield, and that'll be a single for Jordan Bate. Gabby Beckstrom headed to the plate. She's also popped out to second, has a 2 RBI double, a strikeout, and a walk last time she was up in the 6th inning. Big swing and a miss over the top of that one. Shows bunt. Takes a strike. No balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the 0-2 from Hunter, and that's high. Low in an 0-2 count. It's now a 2-2 count. Foul down the third base side.
Foul ball.
And that one fouled back over the backstep on the first base side. So staying alive is Gabby Beckstrom. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody, or 1 on, 1 out. That one comes in, rolls in a couple feet in front of the plate low. Now we've got a full count. And that one is fouled right at the plate. So after 3 consecutive foul balls, we remain at 2-2. This one is smacked up the middle into the glove of the shortstop. Not able to get one of the outs, though. Good job holding on to that ball. Had to go down to get it. An excellent job snaring it up, but no way to get up and get it first. And a good decision not to try and flip over to second, where it'd be a tough play. So an infield single for Gabby Beckstrom. And now runners at first and second with 1 out for the Dons, looking to add to their 8-4 lead. Taylor Miller at the plate. She's got a single, a strikeout, a ground out to third, and a fly out to center. And this one is popped up off the bat. First baseman comes in and grabs it. So runners have to stay put, and another out for Peyton Hunter.
Now batting for the Lady Johns, number 15, Brooke Carter.
So Brooke Carter now at the plate. Flew out and grounded out, but then has consecutive singles. Her single back in the 6th inning brought 2 runs home. Swings at the first pitch, and it's going to roll foul down the third base line. Runners will be going on anything with 2 outs. So no balls and 1 strike now to Brooke Carter. Here's the 0-1. High. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. This one smacked past the shortstop and into the outfield. Run will not be able to get home. Excellent job. Fielded and brought home. Would have been a Good close play. The bases are now loaded once again for the Dons, but there are 2 outs. They're looking to add to an 8-4 lead, and Peyton Hunter looking to make sure no damage comes across and give her team one more opportunity for a big-time rally in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strike 1 there to Kenzie Branch, who's been perfect today. 3 singles and a 2 RBI double. Pushes this one foul down the third base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 from Hunter. A little high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs with the bases full of Dons. And this one, she kind of swung under it, but it ends up going over the backstop and foul. Could have been a pop-up for a moment. And this one, she gets a hold of it and launches it back in, hits the fence. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, 3 runs come across, and it's a bases clearing double. What a clutch piece of hitting there from Kenzie Branch, who continues to be perfect today. So the lead climbs to 11-4, a 7-run lead now for the Spanish Fork Dons. Starting pitcher Cambry Hazel will head to the plate. That one almost a home run, just hit midway up that fence. Very difficult one to catch, and it clears the bases with runners going and 2 outs for Kenzie Branch. Maple Mountain, one final meeting. Been a tough day, just a couple of mistakes in the outfield, but the Dons have been slugging. No balls, 1 strike. Hazel pops this one out, and it's in dead space in the outfield. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is foul. So no balls and 2 strikes. Dons with a runner at second and 2 outs, leading 11-4. Dons have done a lot of their damage with 2 outs. The 3 runs here and 2 runs back in the 6th. One of the runs in the 3rd also came across, so the majority of runs for the Dons coming with 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Smacked foul. Almost interrupted a boys tennis game that's going on. Lots of great sports going on here in close proximity at Maple Mountain. And driving, so all sorts of things you can break with a softball. I broke my own windshield with a softball, so it's understandable. And that one comes in low on the feet of Cambry. One on and two out here in the top of the seventh. Dons adding 3 runs. And this one just golf swing punch out of the outfield, and another run will score. That's an RBI to help herself out for Cambry Hazel. That's hits in back-to-back innings for her.
For the Lady Dons.
And a pinch runner will come in for Cambry Hazel once again.
13, Haley Smith.
Haley Smith at the plate. She came in for Peyton Sorensen. And last time up, she had a single. So 1 on, 2 out, 8-run lead for the Dons. And this one gets smacked in the outfield once again. Runner will hold at second. So first and second now with 2 outs.
Smith with a single to left center field.
So that's 4 consecutive hits now. A single for Carter, a double for Kenzie Branch, and then singles for Hazel and Sorensen. Mallory Barber back up. She fouls this one back.
Foul ball.
Out of the reach of her infielders, right in front of me. No balls, 1 strike, 2 on and 2 out. Mallory Barbin marks the bat around here for the Dons. And she smacks this one back to the pitcher. She tosses it over to first. And that inning is over, but 4 more runs come across, or that half inning is over. 4 more runs come across for the Dons. And now we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 more opportunity for Maple Mountain. They need a rather spectacular showing here. You're down 12-4. Seen them score 3 runs back in the 5th. Certainly capable of swinging the bat. Started really getting some hits after a dominant start from Cambry Hazel, who's got 9 strikeouts today. Here's our sponsors one last time. The Car Guys, State Farm, Lance Wilson, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, 2 Jack's Pizza, and of course, SFCN, Built for Speed. So you've seen a lot of spectacular plays here. We've been able to see the replays thanks to the Car Guys. You can find them at 872 North Main Street or at thecarguysut.net. Great prices on vehicles in the Spanish Fork area. Knowledgeable sales reps, and they want to give you a no-pressure buying experience. They are the go-to dealer for pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for everyone in the area. They're going to make sure you find the vehicle that meets your needs and fits your budget. Really great place right there on Main Street to get a vehicle, and great to see the replays of these high school athletes' spectacular plays thanks to the Car Guys. So Cambry Hazel going to try and make it a 7-inning victory. Leading off for the Golden Eagles, Mackenzie Meekum. Pitch 1, strike 1. Another high heat first pitch strike. We've seen a handful of those today.
Krista, can we get a Band-Aid?
Mackenzie's just struck out and singled today. Smacks this one foul, and it will get out of play. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out, bases clear. Bottom of the 7th. Do or die time for the Golden Eagles. And she takes a high heat and smacks this one into deep center field. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. And Meekum's going to head to second with a double to lead off the inning for the Golden Eagles.
Stand-up double. Now batting for the Lady Eagles. Number 3, Bailey Whitney.
Bailey Whitney now going to step into the batter's box, arguably the best day offensively for the Golden Eagles. She's got a single back in the 3rd, and then the 5th, she had a 2 RBI triple. A triple T heating, cooling, and plumbing triple. And that goes over the head of the catcher, and Meekum will advance over to 3rd. So now with nobody out, Golden Eagles have a runner at 3rd. 1 ball, no strikes. Now to Bailey Whitney. Good looking strike there from Cambry Hazel. Catcher looks the runner at 3rd back. 1 ball, 1 strike. And high heat gets another strike. Bailey Whitney chasing that one. She swung high, but it was even higher. Here's the 1-2. And this one with contact, it flies foul. It's going to stay fair. Can't quite see it. It was caught, so that's an out. Pop out in foul territory. So that's 1 down now with a runner at 3rd for the Golden Eagles. Our monitor's kind of in the sun, and we can't see behind the plate all that much with the dugouts and our cameraman on the first base side in the way, but I'm assured that that is an out. You probably saw it better than I did. Pitch 1 to Mickey Mills. This is a ball.
Mickey Mills up to the plate.
She's flown out to right, grounded out to 3rd, and has an RBI single. That one comes in low. 2 balls and no strikes to Mills. Trying to bring home a runner at 3rd. With an 8-run lead, coach is going to come out and have a chat with his infield. Cambry Hazel will step back into the pitching circle with a 2-0 count on Mickey Mills, looking to get the final couple of outs of the game. That comes in for a strike. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss on that one. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mickey Mills took a good hack at that one, and as has happened so many times today with these hitters facing Cambry Hazel, just not able to find it. Comes in high. We've got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out, bottom of 7. Golden Eagles trailing 12-4. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10. She's in double digits with the knockouts today is Cambry Hazel. And now the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles are down to their final out. Now, I'm not sure who's at the plate. Ellie Ashman was originally in the 2-hole. Madeline Argyle also hit there, and now the player up was not announced by the announcer and has a warm-up on, which totally understand. It's getting a little chilly, a little windy. But she's going to try and keep the inning alive for the Golden Eagles. And she watches a ball and a strike come across. 1-1 now. Runner on third. Meekum led off with a double, advanced to third on a pass ball. And she's been stranded there ever since. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. And that's strike number 3 for Cambry Hazel. She ends the game like she spent most of the game, striking out hitters. That's 11 strikeouts for Cambry Hazel. Gives up 4 runs, and the Dons take this one 12-4. We'll be right back to wrap things up here on Spanish Fork 16 and 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back one final time to Maple Mountain High School at the softball field. It's been a beautiful day for a ball game in a beautiful place right here between in-town rivals Spanish Fork and Maple Mountain. Spanish Fork comes on top today 12-4. A lot of excellent things happening. Their starting pitcher Cambry Hazel with 11 strikeouts did give up 4 runs, but on the offensive side the Dons really tore it up, and our MVP Sports MVP of the game today is Kenzie Branch. She had 3 singles and 2 doubles, including 4 RBIs. So she drove in a third of those runs and equaled the RBIs for the entire Maple Mountain team. Just every time she came up, seemed to see it and hit it, nailing everything from that 7-hole and playing excellent over at third base. So congratulations to our MVP Sports MVP of the game, Kenzie Branch. Early on, Dons jumped out to a big lead. Maple Mountain brought it back to 5-3. It looked like it was going to be close, but the big innings just kept coming for Spanish Fork, and that's kind of the tale of the game. Maple Mountain not able to get the bats going again against a great pitching performance from Cambry Hazel. So a fantastic game between these two teams. We want to thank you for tuning in however you tune in on channel 16 or 17, whoever you root for. Or if you tune in online on youtube.com/SFCN17 or SFCN.org. For Mitchell Marshall and the entire Spanish Fork Community Network crew, thanks so much for tuning in to high school softball today, and have a good night.